everyone, this is Meenal Vijay Pense, and let's see what July 2020 has in store for the sun sign Cancer. So, the overall energies of this month for the Cancerian is going to be very emotionally overwhelming. So, the cards warn the Cancerians who are usually emotional and sensitive to be very extremely careful and aware of the emotions, particularly for the month of July 2020, because there are going to be incidents, people, or things that can happen to you throughout the month of July 2020 that might make you feel very emotionally drained or overwhelmed or taxed actually. So you will have to be very careful before getting too emotional for someone. Assess the situation, analyze the situation, and then see to it whether you want to get involved in the particular situation or not, because this month is going to be very overwhelming for you. The cards also ask you to meditate and pray as much as possible. This is because in case you feel overwhelmed and very emotionally agitated, this could actually be helpful to you in maintaining that emotional balance. So the entire month energies are going to be very emotionally draining and taxing or overwhelming. You might experience a very big emotional high or a low. So see to it that you have a proper control over your emotions for the entire month of July 2020. Now, work-wise, you could see this area which is particularly affected in case of emotions. This is because for this month at your workspace or place, a particular person, could be a senior, a junior, a colleague, or your boss, is someone that whom you really trust. And for this month, there is a possibility that someone from your workspace is going to do or say something that might make you feel very emotionally hurt. You might actually feel betrayed, and you might really be sad over the doings of someone at your workspace. Now, this could also lead to a lot of emotional overwhelming. You might feel so betrayed, you might feel very bad, and you might feel very emotionally low. And hence, the cards particularly suggest the Cancerians that for this month, you need to be very aware and cautious about your emotions, because things could happen in such a way that you might get emotionally hurt and sensitive very easily. This is more happening at your workspace, so please be very careful before you react, or especially emotionally react to someone. See to it that you kind of learn to restrain yourself emotionally, so that you protect yourself from getting emotionally hurt by the comments or actions of anybody at your workspace. Financially, what happens is the month is actually very nice. There is no problems financially, but what is going to happen is there is a certain slip that is going to happen in the finances. So let's say, for example, an event called let's say your salary gets delayed, or let's say it is credited into your account for a day or two late, or let's say a check is bounced, or a check is just simply misplaced, or it's not deposited on time. Now, this would create a little bit of a lapse in the way you handle your finances. So financially, what's going to happen is, though the finances are very nice, but these kind of lapses are going to make you run a little bit in order to manage your finances. So finances might keep you running up and down, but eventually at the end of the month, they are going to settle down very well. So you should not be extremely much worried about it. Well, when it comes to relationships, Cancerians are going to be really lucky this month. Both the people who are single and people who are already married. For singles, you might actually, if you're single and you've been wanting to, meet that some special person, what's going to happen is you are probably going to unexpectedly get a text or some kind of a call from someone whom you've been expecting since quite some time, but things weren't happening. And all of a sudden, this leads to a string of a lot of communication and calls and texting throughout the night, and it's going to be a start of a very beautiful relationship. So single Cancerians are also going to be very happy this month. For people who are already into a relationship, or for married couples, this is a very emotionally fulfilling month. In fact, for the month of July 2020, you will actually see that your partner is very supportive. So because of the energies of the month, which are going to be very emotionally draining or overwhelming, you might actually see that your partner will help you, support you, lead you, and guide you through the entire month, which makes things much easier for you. Health wise, it is a period where you might feel very tired and drained, understandably, because the energies of the entire month are going to be so overwhelming that actually physically there's going to be no problem, but because of you getting too sensitive or emotional towards things, there are chances that you might get physically drained only because of the way you are getting constantly emotionally overwhelmed for some reason or the other. So health wise, ideally physically, it is not a bad month, but if you see to it that you meditate, I repeat, if you meditate, if you pray, if you create a nice corner in your house where you light some nice essence or some nice fragrance candle, it might just soothe you down, it might just make you feel a little bit better. Spend some time alone by yourself and things should ideally be good.